In every single one of those series, they have just complete blowout. And to be fair, they've come out on top, but boy, at least one of them, but boy, some of these series from UTA, they've been real ugly, and they've been able to, they've had to come back against some massive deficits. That's just not a position that you want to be in. So we'll see how this one turns out, as UNLV is certainly a team that can put on that pressure if given the space.
This Arlingrton roster has been together for a minute for sure, as Tuv goes cleanly through, didn't get any contact, and Samba will try to dribble downfield. They're gonna have to call on that long history of chemistry and teamwork, as that ball just skips right on through, and Samba will try and challenge Tuv. That's gonna be sent off to the side, but Samba's still got this, and this will be thrown all the way across. And you know, for UT Arlington, this run, getting into the playoffs, getting this deep in the spring championship, has been a long time coming for the Mavericks. That's bounced just about on target. Nava fell into the goal, making the save. Here goes Tuv with everything to shoot at, and he tried the slow play. It did not pay off.
They had all of UTA in front of them off that back wall. Tough to pick a spot when they're all there sitting for your shot. And for UNLV, excuse me, having opportunities here early, putting on some pressure, forcing 3 saves out of UT Arlington is a great way to start things off. You definitely want to be the team knocking on the door here in this series. It seems like both teams are the type to run downhill if given the momentum. And for UTA, they'll have to work from their own side here as Samba gets a good pinch. Adverse might have a chance. He's really been working up a storm for UTA. As a pass over to Samba's going to check out, but Tuv there to clear it away. Here comes Guerin. He was there the whole time, and UNLV on the board first.
That might be one of the dunks of the night. Tuv, oh so cleanly. Everybody's forward, and Guerin just picking cherries at the back. Gives the Rebels their first goal and the lead early in game 1.
And that was, I mean, there's not much you can do if you're UTA there. That just don't lose that challenge, obviously. Guerin was still recovering from earlier challenges and coming back slowly, so for him to have that position, it was very unlikely to score from there. UTA now trying to get one back.
Samba down in front for Adverse. Longtime duo does not connect for a goal, but Nava keeps the play alive. This will be all the way across, and Adverse right there. He has Samba waiting for the pass and played that way too close to the net. Little floaters high, and Nitrous a critical touch to get that out of harm's way. Pressure still on though. Adverse can stay with this play and challenge Guerin, who just went right by the ball. Nobody got that corner boost, so Tuv will take. And now Nava's shot, it's off, and Tuv makes sure it doesn't go anywhere near the front.
The last time we saw this matchup, it was a 3-1 victory for UTA. They know how to beat this UNLV squad. It's just, can they do it today when the pressure's on? And right now they are putting on the pressure of UNLV as they're moving the ball around quite nicely. That one, though, went a little bit behind Adverse and threw off the momentum of the movement from UTA here as Adverse trying to recover and doesn't get there in time. A big pinch from Guerin will send it back to the UTA side.
Samba. Right at Tuv. That didn't work out for him at all. It's worked out great for the Rebels as Samba dishes that out to the corner. Nitrous now bringing it on target almost. Here goes Adverse. Pop one up. Nobody else goes forward. Guerin was up a mile ahead of everybody else. And Nitrous has Guerin waiting in case this challenge goes wayward. Tuv into the play as well. Guerin trailing in behind, and he's going to be called on here after the initial save by Samba.
Flip reset.
Double tap goes through. Guerin pulls off another spectacular play.
Back-to-back flip resets. Tuv on the first one, then Guerin to get another. The defense scrambling to get back, and what control from Guerin to put UNLV up by 2.
The man's got just a taste of experience in the RLCS, and he has been instrumental to UNLV's success. Samba challenges Tuv. Here goes Guerin. All Samba can do is slow down Guerin. Very few can stop him in this league. As Nava misses that ball entirely, and Nitrous just bumped away by Nava, and Samba will eventually take control, but he didn't get the ball downfield, and Tuv almost put the game away.
Tuv wanted a piece of the defender. Now here comes UTA. Adverse, can he take the challenge? It's nicely done. Trying to cut it across, but another player, Tuv, to deny. Here's one down to Samba as Nitrous reads the pass nicely. And oh my, that was a big whiff by the defense as Adverse gonna put one away over the top.
Look, they're playing solid fundamental Rocket League. Get the infield pass, get a blistering shot off. It's a little predictable, and that's why UNLV is able to keep them at bay, but this time it works out. Adverse taking what the defense gave him. 37 seconds left, and the Mavericks are in business.
Garen ran out of boost on that challenge, tried to use his jump to get to it faster. That's why it was so weird, because you just assumed he would have boost. Now Adverse there to challenge and put it away. We're tied up with less than 30 to go.
If you give these boys an inch, they'll take a country mile, and Adverse gets another. He's got them both for the Mavericks, and it's a brand new ball game. As hard as UNLV worked to extend that lead to 2, it is gone in a flash. And now Adverse challenging off the ensuing kickoff, but here comes UNLV. Chance to erase all the sins of the last minute. Nitrous couldn't get a pass through, but he'll steal that boost. That could slow down UTA, but now Tuv with Adverse bearing down on him, and a key boost steal on the orange half. Boy, this final minute, it feels like the field has just shifted downhill towards the UNLV net. But then a whiff in the air, and Garen bails him out!
What? With 1 second left on the clock, Garen comes up clutch.
Call him Garrett, why not? Clutch jeans are there. 3-2 with a second to go. Got to get this in the air, and they do, but away from everybody, and UNLV survives a scare in game 1.
That is unbelievable from UNLV, and you mentioned Garen just earlier before, and I mentioned him when they played against Stockton. He really is the catalyst for this offense in UNLV. That was a humongous goal from Garen to take that space with 1 second left, and for UTA to give it to him. It was just incredible. And for him to put that one away, he scored 3 goals on 2 shots here in this game.
Yeah, that is the Western Conference experience. Always the last match of the night. It's always a full moon at Manfield Stadium. And now we move on to Forbidden Temple. The sun's starting to crack just a little bit, and we'll see if it's a new dawn for UT Arlington, trying to battle back after what has been, to say the least, Corelli, a rough night.
It certainly has. UTA, that's a painful way to lose game 1 and a series where, you know, the night's gone on. Teams have been playing here for a while now and have waited for their matchups. It is not the way you want to start off this series.
It is one of the later nights we've had. Of course, having a couple of game 7s will do that. Samba with the interference from Adverse. Shots a little wide, and a missed opportunity for the Mavericks. Here comes Garen back the other way. It's an open net. A quick touch off the side that threw everybody for a loop, and Garen's got his 4th.
Oh, he's just playing a different game. Look at the power on the flick at Samba. He wanted that boost, but he's got to protect the goal, and Garen knew it. What a flick from him, and in the first 30 seconds, able to put his team on top.
UNLV has 4 goals in 6 minutes of gameplay. Garen's got them all. Only 2 have needed assists. That one did not. Adverse blown up by Tuv, and here goes Garen. Worst case scenario for the Mavericks. Garen just knocked Nitrous out of the play. Like, okay.
That was...
How dare you touch the ball when... You remember in, like, what, NBA Jam when, you know, somebody's on fire and somebody else dared to take a shot? You just kind of look at him and go, really?
Yeah.
Like, I made 5 in a row. What more do you want? Nitrous pops this one away, and Tuv will go up the ladder for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he was challenging his own teammate, but nevertheless, no harm, no foul, I suppose, as he's called upon here to make the clear out. And now Nitrous, he wanted to serve up Garen on the back wall. It's a great demo, though, on Samba. Here comes Garen, the back pass to Nitrous, the shot on target. Nava there to turn it away as the defense stood tall there for UTA.
You know, bunched up everybody is right now for UT Arlington. Nava and Adverse just kind of stuck there. Now Samba up ahead for Nava. Again, the passes are there, and it's the pass they should be making. They're not fooling anybody. This goes through to Samba, and Garen wins. And it's only Nava at the back. Everybody's scrambling to get back. The boost take there from Adverse at least prevents the starve for now. It's Nitrous against Samba. That's a good win with Garen there as well. Tough shot. It was an open net. And very lucky are the Mavericks that did not go through.
UTA have got to find some offense. 0 shots here in this game, but realistically, there really hasn't been any semblance of offense moving down the field. Here's a good demo, though, from Adverse, and Nava might have an opportunity to play it across. Nitrous denies. Is that one going to sneak in? I think it will. 2-0 for UNLV.
Cam-esque, Bussy-esque on the challenge, as Nitrous absolutely no respect for UT Arlington. Finally, somebody else scores for the Rebels, and this just continues. 2-0 now into game 2. We watch that lead go away very quickly, though, at the end of game 1. This pinch very high. Garen and Tuv are there. Tuv wide, Garen on, and Nava made the save. Had to be very patient. Oh my lord, what is this?
That was a triple commit.
It's a clown car coming out of the net. And Adverse now skies one up. Samba's there. Somehow they dispersed long enough to get some semblance of offense, but no shot on target. And this goes back deep into UTA territory.
Sent 3 and didn't come up with the possession there. And now Nava. UTA, they've got to put something together. Tuv, opportunities here, tries to get over to Garen. It's going to be a tough double tap if he can hit it. And he does get the second touch, but not on target. An easy clear here for UTA, who have just not had control at all in this game. The only stat line, Nava, with 2 saves at the moment, and they're going to need one here. Garen's going to put it over the top, looking for follow-up as it's not coming, and Samba able to get out.
Well, the communication for UNLV is significantly better than it is for UTA so far. As Garen will have one away to Samba. Now Tuv. Nitrous rolling one up the back wall. Down in front. Garen couldn't convert. And Nava is going to pop this one away. Plenty in the tank. Got to have something here for the Mavericks. And Tuv slams the door shut yet again.
Oh, here's a chance for Garen. He's got 20 boost. He doesn't get it. He tried to stretch out. Just ill-timed, honestly, on the approach. And now with a minute left to go, UTA going to have to put something together here in game 2.
Nava up to the skies, and again, just not able to move forward towards the net quickly enough. There's the demo. Adverse trying to pick his spot, and Tuv was right there for it. Nava's shot wide as well. And now Nitrous. Little wave dash to challenge against Adverse, and Garen slowed him down a bit. He'll get this ball collected and out towards midfield, and that's going to buy his teammates enough time as Tuv finishes off yet another gritty defensive effort from UNLV.
20 seconds left. And UNLV, I mean, they're just running out the clock at this point. The last 3 touches have just been booms downfield. Here's Garen trying to flick that one past Samba. And he's not fooled. The final 10 upon us, and UNLV marching to victory here.
Well, they gave up the 2-goal lead in game 1. They gave absolutely no quarter in game 2. The Rebels are halfway home.
What a series here, and I know Nitrous is getting the MVP here, but Garen was just so crucial once again. He was so smart behind the ball. I feel like UNLV have really learned how to use him as kind of like that spear tip for the offense. And for UT Arlington, I mean, look,
yeah, you see the number I see.
Yeah, you have a player like Adverse who is, making a case for MVP here during the season. Putting up 66 points is not what you want if you're on the Maverick side.
Look, score is not everything. At least that's what I tell myself when I play ranked. But oh my goodness, you have to have Adverse far more involved than that in the play. He just has not had nearly enough touches for UT Arlington to be competitive with UNLV. You saw that game. I mean, there were, 8 total shots in that game that were officially on target, and UNLV had 6 of them. And the 2 that got through for Arlington weren't that great, and there weren't many others that were even near the mark. That game was all UNLV, and if nothing changes as we go to iconic DFA Stadium, then this whole series is going to be UNLV. And they'll advance to day 2 while UT Arlington will be out of the spring championship. Remember though, everybody that's playing tonight has at least clinched a spot in the CRL World Championship. We played in Dallas in just a couple of months here as this is set all the way across. Game 3 starting off a lot more physical for UT Arlington, but still that little bit of hesitation to trying to not run into each other. The spacing has not been great for Arlington. Can they make the most of this though? Adverse flip reset and the shot's wide.
And I mean, look, that was Adverse with space to work with and just couldn't get back to it quick enough with enough boost to make that flip reset worth it. UT Arlington, as you mentioned, Stacks, I mean, looking for more demos. I think that physical play will pay off. They can do it properly. Nava is able to flick this one on, but unfortunately getting in the way of Adverse. And a good pump here from Nitrous over Adverse. And an opportunity for UNLV, but turned away by the defense. Hold on. Garrett wants to put it down. Nitrous with the flick on, and UNLV able to come out on top.
I mean, that whole play was 3v2 because Adverse was going way up for a reason. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. And UNLV just takes advantage of what the defense gave them in a big, big way. What a shot out of Nitrous. Now this one floated on from Adverse. Guerin with the save. And Nitrous has picked it up here over the last couple of games. Tuv couldn't get to this. Adverse has to score here, and he does to finally give some momentum back to the Mavericks.
A well-earned goal here for UTA. This time just making Tuv miss the shot, or miss the save rather. And the follow-up there from Adverse as he's able to tie things up here for UTA. A very welcome goal here to kind of stop the bleeding and the drought for UTA.
Well, that'll put him over 66 for the game. This drops down for Samba. And Adverse skying one up. Nava's there, uncontested, looking for the double, and Nitrous comes in to sweep that ball out of the way. Guerin got the shot off. Nobody got back. That's a demerit, boys. Back to the principal's office as Guerin converts again.
Boy, is he something special tonight, Stacks. Guerin is not going to go down easily. And he is just quicker. He's got a different copy of Rocket League, and he's just moving a little bit faster.
I think he took his last series very personally when they were up 3-1 over Stockton. And then watching what Stockton did to Columbia College, they got him on a night where Columbia looked beatable, and indeed were. Thinking maybe that should have been us. This will drop down for Nitrous, and Adverse has to stay back for an extra tick. And now Guerin with Nitrous bailing out of the play will get the shot away here. Still through. Here comes Tuv, beaten by Samba.
And you can see UTA really struggling in the challenge game. The good news is everyone was able to get back defensively, as the defense has just been non-existent in some of these drives from UNLV. And maybe a chance here for UTA to tie things back up. Nava lets it go past Samba. Lots to choose from. Will drop it home left side, and we're tied up.
Yeah, poor Tuv here. He's expecting a shot to come out of the corner, and when it doesn't come in, Samba literally just taking a penalty kick, and there might as well not have been anybody there. Tie game, right around the halfway mark now of Game 3. UT Arlington getting some momentum. Not really creating as many of their own opportunities as they've liked. They're taking advantage of some lapses out of UNLV, but you'll take anything you can get at this point. Adverse almost converted there. That really would have got him going. Oh, Samba?
That's the type of shot that Adverse needs, and this offense needs for UTA. Despite maybe the criticisms we've given them, they're tied this game back up. And UNLV has been slowed down to a certain degree here as Samba wants to poke it by. Nitrous, the last man, will ensure that the line will stay true for UNLV.
What an aggressive challenge out of Nava. Had the read and everything, at least slowed down UNLV. And now he's back at the goal line, coming out to challenge, but Guerin got this pass off. Nobody in front as Samba clears. Nitrous goes to chase it down. He's got Tuv and Guerin in front. Tuv got the demo on Adverse. And boost end ball for Tuv, but only briefly. It's enough to keep the attack alive, though, and boost a real concern now for UT Arlington. Yeah. Nitrous doesn't let him out for long. Adverse didn't grab that corner boost as he tried to collect that ball, so he didn't have a lot to work with. And now Samba just rolls one out there, and Tuv has
everyone.
it. Garen back in front, and Samba's just got to collect this, and his teammates have to get back in a hurry. They do. They finally have boost. They've survived up to this point, but now they've got to get the ball out. Garen has other plans. Got the pass in front, and Adverse will clear. Nitrous follow. Saved by Samba. That's a big, big defensive stand out of UT Arlington.
Oh my, 8 shots now from UNLV, 6 saves from UTA. You can see the pressure mounting. Oh, the flip there from Adverse is stopped by the defense. UTA responding to that pressure with a threatening shot of their own, but quickly back the other way goes UNLV.
2-on-1.
It's now Sambo. Why not? Just take the challenge straight into him here in the final 30 seconds. We're still tied.
Who's it going to be for UNLV to step up this time? Will Tuv get his first goal of the series? Or will he come up with another masterful assist? Or will it be Adverse that plays hero again for UTA? This goes across, nobody there, and Tuv will clear downfield. He only had Samba to beat, but just couldn't get that ball on his hood. Back this goes.
Nitrous
It's an
got beat.
empty net!
What?
And Nava gets credit at the end. Samba found a gap in the defense, and it's Arlington that strikes late.
Oh, and Nitrous just had a huge misread. He thought that one was going to go up the wall and played down the sideline instead. The shot downfield from Samba is directly on target, and there Nava is just to tap it in. But that was just a massive misread from Nitrous, and it cost them the game.
By hook or by crook, you don't care how you get the dub, you will take it when you're down 0-2, facing the prospect of going down 3-0 to a very tough UNLV squad. That one is going to be very critical when we tell the story of both UT Arlington and UNLV over the course of this, well, the Western Conference playoffs, and now here into the Spring Championship. Maybe even going into the World Championship when we think about seeding. That one game, we'll see how much it comes back to haunt UNLV letting that ball through.
Yeah, that is a real question there. That was a big, big mistake. And of course, you know, for UNLV, they're still fine here in this series. But like you said, you would very much love to be sitting 3-0 right now, or at least having the chance to sit 3-0, as we, you know, don't know how exactly that series would have ended if you didn't make that mistake. But for UTA, a gift here, and see if they can kind of use that momentum going deeper into the series, as they are able to get one back. And we're into the next one.
Our final best of 7 of the night rolls on into Utopia for game 4. And Samba all day to play this ball. He's got Adverse waiting underneath. He'll have to take over and can't. A whiff on the side. Tuv against Nava, and it's off the side.
What?
Garen is
What?
there. He'll add another, his 6th.
What happened to the defense of UTA? I mean, Tuv, a great beat here from Nava, but Samba can't get there. Adverse isn't back in time. Garrett has a free shot. And UNLV kind of lucking out with that one, in my opinion, because it feels like UTA should have had the save.
I wonder if Samba's looking at that ball coming in thinking, okay, well, it's either on target or it's off the post. And if it's off the post, who the heck knows where it's going to go? Nitrous with a blistering shot that Adverse got in front of just barely. And now Nava, clever first touch. What does he have to get around Nitrous? Absolutely nothing. They also don't have Adverse at the back, and Nitrous scores off the demo.
What a shot from Nitrous, and just taking this one away. And Nava not getting that touch or getting behind the ball is what really ruined that play for UTA and set off Nitrous downfield. If Nava was just behind that ball, even with the misflip there, it would have at least pinched somewhere else and not towards his net. And unfortunately, not getting a touch at all sets up Nitrous perfectly. Here comes Tuv and Garen as they're flying towards the back post of UTA here. And the Mavericks, they've got work to do. It could be 3. Nitrous doesn't make it so as a troll bounce as it comes off a player of Adverse on the UTA side. UNLV trying to make the pain worse here for UTA.
Tuv skies one up for Garen. Out in front, Tuv. Well, just everything's coming up UNLV right now, but well, not that. Nitrous just completely whiffed, and Garen gets back to slow down the attack, the counterattack that is, from UTA. Nitrous around Nava.
Wow.
Oh, that's a big release. Here goes Garen.
He got it.
Tight angle, he scores, and the Rebels are running away with it.
And this one's just a mistake from UTA, sending the last man too early. You can't dive when everyone's already committed, and there's just nobody back to stop Garen from taking the shot. And like you said, UNLV now up 3-0. Garen, part of 2 out of those 3 goals here, again, leading the way for the offense of UNLV.
Well, so far, UNLV has had all the answers. And on the birthday of Jeopardy, now it's on UT Arlington to change the questions. Samba, looking for adverse. Not going to find him. Instead, he found Nitrous. That's a real problem.
Oh,
He's
man.
not your teammate, and Nitrous makes it 4-0.
He's definitely not your teammate, Stacks, and Samba dished it up to him quite nicely. Nava couldn't really do much about it. He was shocked that Nitrous had the opportunity at all. It's 4-1, and it's all UNLV.
And look, with some of the goals that Nitrous has scored, I think a few have been unassisted. That might be the best pass Nitrous has received all night. Samba's in front. He'll get one back, and there's still plenty of time for the Mavericks to make a game of this.
Of course, 3 minutes or just under 3 minutes. There's opportunity here for from UTA, but they have got a lot of work to do. And the defense has not been stellar and has not given a lot of confidence for anyone watching this game right now to think that UTA isn't going to give up more, as UNLV have certainly been running away with this one and looking the better team.
Adverse running for his life off the kickoff, and where does he spawn? In the worst possible spot, as Tubbs still got to him. And then Nitrous stuffs this ball. Nava's got to come up. His shot, looking for the redirect. Oh, he got this through!
Oh.
What a play by Nava!
They're not going down without a fight, Stacks. Not without a fight, and some space here for Nava to work with, and a great dunk on Tuv, and it's just tough as a defender to even get the read on that dunk. UTA 2 back. They've cut the lead in half now. Still work to do with just over half the game to play.
This is multiple semesters of frustration maybe coming out from Nava as Adverse can't get back, and Nitrous scores a sniper.
Another one just picked away from the defense here, and I think Nava and Adverse actually ran into each other, which is what happened, and allowed that bounce to even go through. Otherwise, Nava surely would have been ready for it, but running into each other is what put the dagger in that play, and it's 5-2. UNLV getting one back and making it that much harder for UTA to climb and claw into this game.
Nava was going after Nitrous. He didn't get him. And so Nitrous can help on the defensive effort that leads to this effort out of Tuv, and Samba gets back in the nick of time. He took that corner boost, though, and that leaves Nava in a real awkward spot. There's all the talk when you think about this UTA squad. I mean, everybody says Adverse's name. You get a lot of talk about Samba, and Nava's got to be wondering, hey, wait a minute, I'm here too, and he's making his presence felt. But it has not been enough here in Game 4. Got this ball away, though. Samba couldn't get there in time as Nitrous comes up from the back.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not much to talk about for UTA. Of course, they got those 2 goals back. Boy, it has just been tough for them to hold on to possession. And I think more importantly, to have a strong defense here. I mean, it has just been non-existent, the defense. And they are getting themselves into a shootout where they aren't shooting. That's the issue.
You don't show up at high noon with brass knuckles. Samba throws one netward, and Garen's got the easy clear. Nitrous finishes off the defensive effort. Now Tuv. Nitrous on the backboard, going after any blue car he can find. What a handoff to Garen! All they did is just watch, like, all right, this is cool. This is cool. Yeah, you got the ball. Yeah, what are you doing? Oh, that's a nice pass. Man. Oh, are we supposed to block this? My bad.
I love what Tuv does on the side wall there. Look at how he made the defense just dance as he just carried it down all the way to the ground and dishing it off to Garen. Wonderfully done, and that's when you know a team's on the same page. And here comes Tuv again. Can he drop it down? He sure will. It's 7-2, and UNLV surely taking this game.
Well, that's Tuv's first goal of the series. Glad he decided to make himself useful tonight. You know, he only had 5 assists to go before that, including that masterpiece we just saw a moment ago where he completely hypnotized the UT Arlington defense. Look, everybody's been spectacular for UNLV, and certainly not least of all Tuv. He has been brilliant in all of his efforts, and he's got this ball downfield as well. 7-2. Terrible poker hand heck of a score for the Rebels. This is indirect, almost on target, and Samba, all I can do is just try and dribble away from Tuv, who is all over them. And surely, Arlingrton just begging and pleading silently for UNLV to let him go next. Get this one over with. Look, it's going to be 3-1, but a very convincing 3-1 in the series.
Yeah.
Drop down for Adverse. Garen's got that block as well. Going downfield, looking for an 8th. Not there just yet. Now Tuv stuffed by Nava. Nitrous not going to let him breathe at all. And the final seconds will mercifully tick away as UNLV, they're going to feel like they let that last one get away from them. Not this time. They converted on just about every opportunity, and now they're 1 win away from day 2.
It was, I think, 16 shots. No, excuse me, went up one more. 17
Wow.
to 3 in favor. 17 to 3 in favor of UNLV with the shot. 17 to 3.
We see a difference like that in the RLCS, and we're asking Direct, like, hey, like, are we close to a record? Good grief.
I mean, that's just insane from UNLV to outshoot their opponent, and yet there was a moment where it felt like UTA could really get back into it.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. But, I mean, realistically, when you look at the series, there's one glaring issue that points out to you, and it is the defense of UTA. Say what you want about the offense. Say what you want about the physical game. Say what you want about how Garen's playing, how Nitrous has been playing, how Tuv's been playing. The issue is on the UTA side. Defensively, they are a mess. They are not reading the same game that UNLV is playing at the moment, and they have paid the price.
You talked about, oh my goodness, Garen almost scored this one from the ceiling. You talked about how UTA always has that one kind of blowout game and things get away from them. Well, they've got it out of their system, and now they've got to win 3 in a row to survive night 1. Tuv lets this go by. Samba's going to get to it. Miscommunication for about the first time tonight out of UNLV. Gets the Mavericks on the board.
We were just singing their praises. Oh, Tuv jumped in front of Nitrous, and I think they both called for it, and they both jumped, and they both called off. And UTA given a gift here. Samba will take advantage of the miscommunication, and now UTA threatening another one. Here comes Adverse. Oh, he's slicing and dicing, and it's 2-0 UTA.
Oh my goodness.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Dance, my puppet, dance. Adverse just undresses the UNLV defense, and that may get the Mavericks going. 2 quick ones in less than a minute. How does UNLV respond as they watch maybe the first signs of a comeback out of UTA?
My goodness. If UTA needed a spark, that was it. And it could be Adverse again. Gets over the last man, needs help. And no one there to follow up, though. As everyone watching to see how it develops, the defense there from UNLV very slow to clear this one out. But Adverse, he's just playing with his food. He's got everyone on a string. And UT Arlington just need one more touch to put it away.
Oh, Adverse against Garen. Pop that away. Samba was looking for the bump that would have opened the runway. Adverse against Tuv. It's Tuv, the better of the two, and this is going to go right to him so he can center and hit Nitrous on the way out. What a big turnaround. Early on in a must-win game to save the season, or at least the spring split for UT Arlington. Nava popped one up. Garen's right there, looking in Tuv's general direction, and Samba hung in there for as long as he could. Maybe should have got there a little sooner, as here comes UNLV. Garen's first shot sent away. Couldn't get to Adverse, couldn't get the boot steal. And now they're set packing out of the zone, and Samba leads the charge.
If you're UTA, you certainly don't want to throw this lead. You cannot overcommit on these attacks. Take what's given to you, and that's what's given over to Adverse as he puts away a third now for UTA, and their offense rolling here in Game 5.
This is fantastic stuff out of Nava. Getting that one centered for Adverse. His 5th goal of the series. 255. And now counting as UTA has roared back. And UNLV kind of dazed and confused right now. They don't have an answer for this.
I mean, to be fair, UTA are giving them something that they have not shown in this series yet. And that's quality offense. Adverse coming online the way he has was just not the case early on. And so it's an extra wrench here for UNLV to navigate. And right now, they do not have an answer for it. It's 3-0, and we're under half a game to play.
Nava's already got a playmaker in this game. He's got the assist on all 3 goals as Garen will take this up the wall, and Nitrous coming onto one. At least he got a shot off, but not on target. No follow-up as Garen at least kept that away from Nava. Garen's shot here deflected away by Samba. Nitrous doing all he can to keep the play alive. He will for Tuv. Garen's over there as well, but Tuv's got to take over as Garen just kind of doing a donut there at midfield, trying to figure out, does he go for boost? Does he go back? Does he challenge the ball? And things are just a mess right now for UNLV, and it's all because UTA have just come out fighting with their backs against the wall.
Yeah, I think they're a little scrambled right now, as that was a good drive from Tuv, but Nava turns it away. Double tap looming for Nitrous, but not to the back post. It goes too far. That certainly would have beaten the defense had he put it on target. Garen wants to drop it off to Tuv. It was a decent pass, but the outlet's there for UTA, and a great flick from Nava. One more will do it. Samba will not tap it in. They're happy to be up by 3, so it's not that big of a deal, but you would love to just definitely put away a 4th.
Yeah, well, you can afford to make that mistake, I guess, with a 3-goal lead, but still, even going forward in the series, it might stick around in the back of his mind just a little bit. Garen against Adverse, that's a clean win, and on target, and after Samba misses that, Adverse completes a hat trick with one that's, what, 2 miles an hour? 15 going in off the ceiling.
Not much you can say about this one. Just a massive whiff from Tuv and no one else there to really make a play on it. Adverse, honestly, was just trying to get over Garen on the challenge. And a 4-0 win for UTA. And I got to say, if you're a UTA fan tonight, I am so sorry. It's been
brutal.
A roller coaster in some of these games. Even the series that they won, they got blown out and they got Braziled in one of those games. Here, they got blown out, what, 7-2?
Yeah.
And now they're up 4-0 here in this game, and they've looked darn good.
I mean, they have been a punching bag against all 3 opponents and found a way to persevere. That shot wide out of Samba, and he just throws out an okay, like, all right, I guess I just don't get to score tonight. That's fine. When your teammates have got you a 4-0 lead, you'll take it. But yeah, you go back to the Brazil at the hands of St. Clair, and then the 9-1 drubbing at the hands of Northwood. And look, it's Northwood. Garen will get one here with 5 seconds left. And finally, UTA can feel like they have blown an opponent out of the water, as it was 4-0 for much of this game. It will be probably a 4-1 finish. They'll certainly take this. It's a great first step on a long, arduous journey back.
And one that I think for UNLV would want to complete in Game 6. Of course, as fast as possible is always better, but I think going to Game 7, UTA is the type of team to just have another type of game like this where they just pop off, right? Adverse takes over. He goes 3 for 5. Nava has 4 assists, right? These are the types of things that you have to look out for and why UTA are here, right? When they are on their best game, they are a very tough team to beat. And I think that's what showed up here in Game 5, and UNLV have to make the changes to ensure that UTA is not as comfortable as they were here.
I'm just shaking my head as we move to this field, because last time we were here, Top Cheese own goal to give Columbia College life they absolutely did not deserve. Eventually set that game, or that series, to Game 7 at Champions Field, where then Stockton did indeed utterly dominate Columbia College to give them their first loss. What will the 2 Western Conference teams do now? UTA and UNLV, another closeout opportunity for the Rebels. They've been led by 9 goals out of Garen. 9 goals! And it's not enough to put away UT Arlington.
I mean, he's having one heck of a series here. Garen is. He has been, like I said, something special on a different level. And yet here we are in Game 6, Neo Tokyo. In a series where UTA has had almost absent defense in some of these games. They've battled back, the offense has come online, and in a way, the best defense is a great offense for them. as they have to once again go to battle here against UNLV, who's trying desperately to prevent a Game 7.
Up in front, Samba's got the initial clear, and Adverse can't pop it any further. Garen into the play, that goes over Adverse, and Samba's got to take the scenic route to it. And it's pressure early on out of UNLV, a great mental reset between games 5 and 6, but Adverse skies one up to the backboard. Samba's there, and all he can do is dish it off to the side. Not willing to take the shot after questionable shooting accuracy last game, and a great save coming back by Adverse. Oh no, miscommunication by Nava and Adverse. Samba got the demo, and he's still going to be wondering, what do I have to do to make myself useful for these guys? He did everything right, and then his teammates let him down. That shot goes wide from Adverse, and Nitrous can't escape the zone just yet.
Samba 1-on-1 off the backboard there. The defense from Tub, too good. Garen's not going to have enough boost to get back to that. And Nava will be happy to just throw it downfield as UTA, boy, would they want to start that they had in the last game. That would just be a dream for them here in Game 6. But it hasn't happened yet. As Nitrous, dangerous here as Adverse just smacks him out of the way. Nava gets a great touch to the corner. Dangerous. Samba, can he put it away this time?
Oh,
no. Off the post. Adverse is there with a slow shot, but Garen on the goal line turns it away. UTA again threatening back post as Nitrous clears it out.
And Samba's just got to be thinking, yeah, of course they stopped it. Of course it didn't go in. You know what Samba needs right now? He needs like a big booming clear and everybody from UNLV to just simultaneously drop their controllers. He needs something to go his way because he has been just the baddest beat on the field. Nothing has fallen for him as of late as he pops that one back to Nava. That's a good first touch. And then Nava out towards Adverse, who had to get there ahead of Nitrous. Now a chance for Samba, but he's knocked into the orange half from behind by Nitrous. Garen's going to take over, and Adverse shuts him down.
Still scoreless as that one is pinched off Adverse in the ground. You really do see this game going to be very tough to hold on to the leads with the offense we're seeing from both sides. And here's Adverse, maybe one off the backboard. Flip resets there, Nitrous to turn him away.
Samba and Nitrous have had a great battle, and there they collide again. They've just been bumping off of each other the entire series, going head-to-head. A lot of 50s between the two of them. A great battle to watch as Garen gets this one around Nava. Adverse will sky it out there, and Samba's going to try to chase it down. He'll let it come to ground. Samba coming through well wide, and Nitrous very patiently took it away.
Minute 45 on the clock. Bit of deadlock here in Game 6. Both teams have had some fantastic opportunities, especially on the individual front. It's Nitrous, he wants to make the difference. Not going to get the bump on Adverse, and a great touch there from Nava to send it back to the UNLV side.
From a mental standpoint, obviously, you don't care who does it for UTA, but you'd love to see Samba make a big play to get them to Champions Field. For the overall psyche of this team, Nava forgoes the midfield boost, Tuv takes over, and Samba's got this out to the corner. Adverse is there, so is Garen. Samba with another stop with about a minute to go, and Adverse and Nava both jump after this. Adverse burned a lot of boost to do a lot of nothing, and now he's got to grab the midfield, and he did not. This will pop out for Adverse to take over, and he does have plenty in the tank. Samba's shot, it's on, but Garen will collect it.
Very patient there for the defense, and again, good communication coming out from UNLV to deal with that ball. 40 seconds on the clock, and a very physical game opening up here. As this one's pushed across, Samba coming up big here in the box.
Yeah, he had to avoid a demo.
Yeah, having to dodge traffic inside of his own net, basically. And the physical game still picking up. Bumps coming out on both sides. Demos, of course. Final 20 seconds.
Uh-oh, double. Big double commit. Garen with 10. Got it in front. It's a sitting duck, and
wow.
Tub makes it a 1-0 game with 9 to go.
One mistake from UTA, and it's going to come back to cost them here in this game. They've got 9 seconds on the clock to make the difference here in Game 6.
This is nothing after the dramatics of the last series on this very field. Adverse, full tank of boost. No time on the clock. This is his team, and he can't bail him out. Ball stays up just for a moment as Nitrous goes deep into UTA territory. And Samba's got to get to this. He does. For Adverse, shot on, spike it down, and UNLV survives and advances.
Boy, UNLV coming up clutch there at the end with 9 seconds left in the clock. Garen and Tuv combine, and UTA. This was a series that I think went on longer than it should have, and I got to give kudos over to them. With the disaster start that they had, they were able to force this one to a Game 6 and at least make it close. But UNLV, that offense, when Garen's on point, they look scary, and they look very competitive here in this bracket.
Our one elimination match tonight sees UNLV, the Cannibals, taking out another Western Conference team. Rebels take down the Mavericks 1-0 in Game 6, 4-2 in the series. And Garen, again, just impressive. No goals in that game. He was more of a defensive presence, but he did have the assist there to go with 9 goals. Just absolutely incredible. And now, finally, on one of our longest nights of the whole season, after we eliminate a team, it's time to send things back to F. Dodd and the boys at the desk to wrap things up.